The first year was horrible. Second year, 2014, I did probably 25,000 in business. I don't think I did even 10,000 in business my first year. Like it was horrible. Like I didn't give enough time
You
to it.
said less than 10,000 your first year?
Yeah, my first year. Like I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, in 2013, there were times I called him a lot of times and was like, I'm not coming in today. He would tell me to get my butt in there, and I just wouldn't go. And so I didn't write very many policies. It was,
How did you survive?
well, full-time job. So I still had a full-time.
Oh, you were part-time while you had a full-time job.
Yes. So 2013, I was part-time. So I did, part-time, I did less than 10K, but it kept growing. I stuck with it. He wouldn't let me quit. I think my next year I did about a little over 26 or 27K. Again, these are all off the top of my head going back almost 10 years now.
Jeez.
2015, I think I doubled that. So I did almost 60K. And then 2016, I think I did right around 60K again. And then 2017 in March, that's when my job was moved. And so I think I had like 15K through March, end up doing, the rest of it. So what was that? 85K over the next from March on, 85K. So I just did,
About 100?
Yeah, a little over 100. I think it was close to kind of 105, 107,000. My first was my first full year, but my first 9 months full time in the industry, I did probably a little over 85K, which put with my part time stuff earlier, ended about 105, 107 for my first year. So then from there, this happened. So I got in 2018 with the Personal Producer Network and kind of went from there. So.
Wow. That's crazy, dude. That's nuts.
It's a ride. And I'll tell you, it was not easy. It was difficult. I was missing, which really hit me. That's my first year out, part-time, I'd go in after 5:00, and you want me to do dials. You want me to go on appointments. And, I'm missing my kids' baseball games. I'm missing, time with my wife. I'm doing all these things. And I just, I wanted those things. I wanted that faster than it was coming. I wanted to be a part of all that stuff faster than it was coming, and didn't realize that I had to give up those things for just a small amount of time. Now, I have time to do any of that. I have all the time in the world to do any of that stuff. So I gave up a few years of missing those things to be where I am today. Now I haven't missed. I don't think I've missed one of my son's games for several years now. So it's
good for you.
One of those things that, you just have to give it up for a little while, give up those things for a little while to get back all of the time that you kind of gave up back then. And now I have it going forward. So,
yeah. Would you kept a part-time job for several years?
Yeah. Until 2017. So about 3.25 years.
Okay. If you had to go back, would you go full-time sooner?
Heck yes. I would hit the industry full time just right off the bat. I wouldn't have, knowing what I know now. Now you think about it and, you did 10K in the first year. Would you have survived? Probably not. But I think about it now, like knowing what I know now, like give up those small things for the time I have now and the success I have now. Yes. If I could have had it sooner, I would definitely go back.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you kind of drug it out for several years.
I did. I drug it out for way longer than most people do.
But you stuck with it.
I did. And I blame, hope my wife doesn't see this, but I kind of blame her. She had I'm more of the, let's go do it. She's more of the thinker and planner. Like, well, how are we going to do this? That type of thing. So just knowing her concerns, I kept my full-time job for longer than I probably would have being alone. Or being with her. But, then again, it all works out in the way that God wants to, and this is the way it's working out for me. But if I can go back and help anybody understand what this industry can do for them, if they just jump in and put all in, it's amazing things, man. So do it as soon as you possibly can.
I love that. That's such good advice. That's why I wanted to go that direction. What advice would you give? Like, what did you do to go from 10K, 26K, 60K, 60K, and then boom, over 100 in 2017, that full year, almost doubled. Yes, you had time on your hands, but what else did you do differently?
I think I followed my mentors. I've had some great mentors over time. So I followed their advice, and one of them told me that I had to, I need appointments on my calendar every day. It's not something that if you don't have appointments, you're not seeing people or talking to people. I guess I wouldn't say appointments. I would say if you're not talking to people or have an appointment, something on your calendar, then you're not doing what you need to do to be successful. And you have to give this 100%. You can't treat this like a part-time deal. I know you want to be a part of your kid's deal here. I know you want to be a part of your kid's deal there. Be with, go on a date now with your wife. You got to give some of those things up. You got to treat this like a full-time job, and sometimes even more. But you have to give up those things for that shorter period of time to have the things that you want later on. And that was probably the best advice I was given is you have to continue to treat this, whether you just go and move yourself from a full-time job, you have to treat it like it's a full-time job, and even more in the beginning, and continue to work it every day. Get better, learn, read. I still watch your YouTube videos on the daily, man. Every day, I'm still, you know how many things I picked up from watching Ultimate Agent, that type of stuff. Just being a part of those things and hearing those mentors talk to those guys. There's new stuff I'm trying every day. Just because I know this industry is one that you have to learn and adapt. I mean, this is a changing industry every day. It changes all the time. I mean, just think about it. How many, 2-3 years ago, how many people were doing e-apps? Man, there wasn't a whole lot of that stuff going on. Now it's like the thing. If you're not doing e-apps, then why? People are like, why are you
like
not doing
ancient? Yeah.
Like, why are you doing paper? And it's 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, that's a short amount of time. So this is all, I'm always learning, always adapting. I'm always picking up from events like yours, events like, any event that I go to, I'm talking to people, figuring out what they're doing, finding out how they're successful and what they do and who they're following on YouTube, who they're following with podcasts, who they're listening to, and picking up new things every day, because
Yes.
I know that you have to continue to learn to be successful in this industry. If you stick with one thing, it's gonna, you're gonna have to adapt and grow out of that eventually. It's not gonna always work for you 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. Just like people that thought they were gonna write paper forever, not happening now. People that thought they were always gonna have to carry around an underwriting guide with them, not happening now. You got different tools that can help you out with those things and can make your job so much easier. So I think those are the biggest things, that you're always learning and adapting in this industry, and being a part of any event that you can go to, whether it's NAFA, whether it's, your events, whether it's, anything that you can get involved in that has from 5 agents to 2,000 agents. Get involved and talk to people, and don't be afraid to share things that you've learned. Don't be afraid to take in advice that they're going to share with you.
Yes. Yes. Dude, such good advice, man, for someone that's got such a vast array of experience in this space. I mean, you went slow for years, and now you've went fast for several years, right? And you've accomplished a lot, but you've proven what you can accomplish in a span of 4 or 5 years if you just really get serious about it.
Exactly.
Which is so cool.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
If you had to put in like 3 tips based around how anyone can sell thousands of dollars a week without having to spend money, they're getting creative, they're working referrals, whatever. I don't know what advice you got, but is there 3